What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one. This one is Divorce Court. I thought I'd, do a throwback this time, you know what I mean? Just do a throwback to see how things used to be, but still is. Without further ado, let's go.
Until Edith got proof from the other woman.
He has a mole in a part of his body,
that only you should know about.
and she confirmed it.
But John says Edith was the one cheating, and he has proof.
One day I snoop one and I find pictures, a whole bunch of pictures of a half-naked man. And when I confronted her, what did she say? Oh, we took those pictures to get you mad.
Now, who is to blame for their divorce in today's session of Divorce Court?
All rise. Court is now in session. Judge Maybelline Ephraim presiding. You may be seated.
This is the matter of Edith Morales versus John Morales. And Mrs. Morales, I'm advised that after 16 years of marriage that you're filing for divorce and you want spousal support. Is that right?
Correct.
Want to tell me about it?
I'm here because he cheated on me with another woman, so I kicked him out. He left me with a pile of bills. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. I want to get off. I'm here for spousal support.
So what happened during the cheating? How did you find out about cheating?
It was brought to my attention that he was cheating on me. And other hints throughout, when he comes home, whenever he wanted to come home, he'd do whatever he wanted to do. And basically, I didn't question it because, again, I trusted him. I had faith in him. 16 years is not something that you just toss away very simply.
So who brought this to your attention?
The other woman.
How did she bring it to your attention?
She brought it directly to my home. And
What do you
she
mean by
informed me
that?
of the She informed me of the situation that occurred. Her guilt couldn't take it anymore.
She called you, came to your house, what?
She informed her husband.
She was married too?
She was married with children. She informed her husband, told him what occurred. It occurred for a couple of months, and that her guilt. So it was brought to his attention and to my attention. And that's where I couldn't take it anymore.
So when you
Oh, it ain't looking good at all, bruh. It ain't looking good for you. She was married too. Sometimes you could say, oh, well, this is some chick. She don't, she's single. She don't, she ain't got nothing to lose by breaking us up. So she gonna lie and say, you can't do that with this one. This is a married woman. She got everything to lose too. Hard to say that she was lying. So this is, other than catching them in the act, having a married woman come to your house is probably about as ironclad as as you can get. Ain't looking good, bro. Let's go in.
husband's girlfriend came to your house?
Not her personally. The husband came to my house.
And he told you?
I told him, and he advised me of the situation. And then I wanted to confront him and her.
And what happened? Did you?
He refused. I did it on my own.
So your husband would never sit down and talk with you and her?
No.
So you went to the woman?
I went to the woman and I confided in her and I spoke to her. And there was only one question that
Well, you didn't confide in her. You mean you asked her?
I asked her. There was only one specific question. He has a mole in a part of his body. And,
that only you should know about.
And I should only be the only one knowing. And she confirmed it.
So then when you went back to your husband, did he deny it still?
Still denies it to this day.
And you're probably about to deny it now.
Yes, I am.
So why would that man's husband come to her house and tell your wife that?
Your Honor, everything she said is a lie. Everything is a lie.
Even the fact that you have a mole that only she knows about?
Well, that part is a lie too, because I confronted to her. I told her.
So everybody knows about your mole?
I told her. I guess so. What happened was we all sat down and everything came out clear. The girl said that she made that false accusation because I was hanging out with her husband too much. So every time I came out of work, we was always hanging out. We always worked on cars, we worked on boats and everything.
So
and
her
she
husband
didn't
was
like
your
that.
friend?
Yes, and she didn't like that. So in order to break up my relationship with him, she threw that in and it worked.
How can someone fabricate a
minute,
story
now-
like that?
She's gonna listen. I know there is a level of pettiness that a lot of people have, especially a lot of women. So #petty is a real thing. But you telling me she will break up your marriage just so she can have her husband at home, like that is an extremely high level of pettiness right there. She'll destroy another home just so her husband can come home on time. I'm not even sure that would even work. He would probably find something else to do. Hang out with one of his other buddies. So I'm not sure if I'm buying that excuse from dude. Anyway.
Friend of yours.
The whole truth came out. She was invited. She never came to that date.
She was invited to dinner that day?
It wasn't a dinner thing. It was just a thing to throw everything out in the open because after a while she said
I was never invited. I was never informed.
Who was called to this meeting to
For
throw
this
everything
forum.
out in the open?
It was me. It was her, the other girl, the guy friend of mine, and 2 friends of ours. We was all there.
Why are all these other people involved?
Because it was him, it was her, because it ruined my, to this day, we still talk, the guy.
Your friend.
Right? Because we've known each other basically all our lives. And what happened was, from one day to another, she did this accusation. Why? Because she felt like the reason why she said she did what she did was because she was always home. Every time he came from work, we always hung out, so she was left alone with her 2 kids.
But why
So
would
which
somebody
means that
jeopardize
your
a
wife was
marriage?
left alone too, right?
Well, most of the time I was with her. I mean,
Now wait a
Your
minute,
Honor,
Mr. Morales.
Your Honor, I was
Just
always
wait
working.
up, Mr. Morales. Your story is getting weak.
I was.
Yeah, it's very weak. Not for nothing, Edith is a cutie. Mrs. Morales is a cutie. Look, if you don't know how to handle that, like, I know this is probably 10, 20 years old, but Edith had it going on. I'm not talking about bunker either. Let's go in.
Was
Hold
always
on a
working
second.
on
It's
cards.
falling apart. You were always with the other woman's husband, you
Right.
said.
Right.
And she got tired of the 2 of you being together all the time and her being at home alone. That's why she made up this story. So if you're always with her husband and she's at home alone, doesn't it mean that your wife is at home alone too?
Well, yes, she was.
All right.
Now that comes
but
to the
now
other
you're going
part.
to tell me
Home
that you
alone
was
with the
always with your
children.
wife.
Now,
with the
now it comes with the other
responsibilities.
part. Now the other part. Now I was being blamed for committing adultery in our marriage, and one day I snoop on and I find pictures. Not 1, not 2 pictures, a whole bunch of pictures
Of
of a
what?
half-naked man. And when I confronted her, she was like, "Oh, I took the picture."
You
just
mean
to
like
get you mad."
Polaroid type pictures of half-naked men?
Pictures, 35 millimeter, the whole 36 chibam.
Not cut out of a magazine
No,
pictures.
it were pictures. And when I confronted her, what did she say? "Oh, we took those pictures to get you mad."
Where were
Now-
those pictures taken?
Those pictures were taken like a little after the accusations
Where
that
did
I
you
was.
find them?
I found the film and I developed it myself. I had
You
suspicions.
found the film at your house.
I found the film in my house. We were still living together, because after his accusations that I was having an affair, we still stood together. We try
we
to
didn't
make
stay
it work.
together.
So
We
you
tried
found,
to make
you
it
found
work.
We
the
tried
film
to make
at your
it work.
house. You developed them,
Right.
and it was films of naked men.
Of a naked man,
A
different
naked
poses.
man or men.
Oh, man, different poses.
Okay, specify
So
exactly
one
he
man.
wasn't naked.
One man.
So maybe she's an artist and she was taking pictures.
Well, if I was an artist, I mean,
Or you're a photographer and he was posing in the nude.
No,
Not in
he
these
wasn't in the
pictures.
nude. He had clothing on.
How was he
just
dressed?
didn't have a
Underwears.
shirt on.
Underwears
and this
with-
was after I got rid of him.
no.
What do you
It
mean
was-
after you got rid of him? You're still together.
Well, in a sense, where I kicked him out the
Your
house.
Honor,
So it was after he had moved out.
Yeah, after he had moved out,
Your
he
Honor,
still
I
had
did not
access.
move. I did not
he
leave.
still had access to come into the house because of my children. We have 3 children
Our
together.
children.
Our children. We still have 3 children that bond us together no matter what till we dead.
Right.
So he had access to come into the house. I mean, I have to
But
trust
you had
to this
another
point.
man coming into the
No,
house?
no,
Your
no man
Honor,
was
there
coming
were
into my
guys
house.
caught in
I
the
went away
house.
I went away, okay, in a gathering, and we were all snapping pictures. And I happened to have
pictures, Your
I
Honor.
happened to have the
Underwears.
film that was in
But
my
you're
purse.
saying this was after you had declared that your
Yes.
relationship with
It
your
was
husband
over.
was over.
No, Your Honor.
Over.
No,
You don't know
because
anything about this meeting?
No, I was never informed about a meeting. I didn't know they had a forum and that had to discuss something between him and I.
Have you ever been told by him prior to today that the other woman made these allegations to break up the relationship between him and his friend? Have you
I
ever
was
been told
informed.
that?
He told me
Your
that
Honor?
this is what he mixed up. But again, you have to judge both things. Why would a woman jeopardize her home, her marriage, her children, their mental state, just because
Are they still together?
they're still
Your Honor,
together?
my
She and her
wife-
husband are still together.
They're still
There's
together.
your answer right there.
They're still
Your
together.
Honor.
It's far-fetched. And far be it from me to try to explain human behavior. Because if I could, we wouldn't have this court. And if I could, everybody would be doing what they're supposed to do, or at least what I think they're supposed to do. So I don't have the answers.
Your Honor.
Hold on, don't you hear me talk?
Okay, I'm sorry.
When divorce court continues, the judge tries to find out why Edith still talks to the woman she is accusing her husband of having an affair with.
I find that strange, that you can forgive her for the sake of your children and can't forgive the children's father for the sake of your children. That's strange to me.
If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at www.divorcecourt.com. Divorce court continues in the case of Edith versus John Morales, who says he found semi-nude photos of another man, which his wife took.
But even though it's far-fetched, I have heard of instances, I have represented people in instances where those kinds of stories have been made up to break up a marriage. As a matter of fact, or to break up a relationship. As a matter of fact, it happened to me. I had a friend whose husband lied on me because he didn't like us being friends. He didn't want us to hang out with each other. He said we were too close, and he was afraid that I would tell her some of his stuff. So if he broke us up, I couldn't tell her.
It's just that at times when everything came out to surface, then I started thinking back. Too many things occurred and too many things were put
Like
together.
what?
Like, for example, he was always at this person's home.
Okay.
He would stay over at this person's home. Every
That
time
was his
we
best friend, he said.
Yes, but you know what? Why would he stay home at a person's friend's house when the husband's supposed to be working and she's
Oh, so when the husband was gone.
because at
Your
that
Honor.
time the husband wasn't there, but yet he always made it his business to be there, confined, because that's what he was always saying. Oh, I had someone to talk to, so I always run to her. So you can't concern yourself.
So when you added
in
all of that
talking,
together, you
and
said.
put two and two together.
So how often would he stay? So this best friend, you're saying your husband violated the trust between him and his best friend, not only the
Absolutely.
trust between you and him, but he
Absolutely.
would go to the man's house and stay with his wife?
Absolutely. When he had no business being there, because supposedly it's supposed to be for his best friend, not for her.
So why couldn't the best friend's wife, when he was out of town, come over to you all's house and stay?
Your Honor, my wife and that girl now are best of friends. They hang out, they drink together almost every day.
That will be impossible because I am employed and I work, and
Honor.
it's impossible for
Well,
me
you
to
know,
hang
when
out
we say
somewhere
every day, we just
every
kind of
day.
exaggerate.
Almost
He
every
means
day.
Okay.
almost.
You know, it
They-
came to the point where I can't be selfish. I have children.
So, but
and-
now you trust this woman?
No,
They
no, no,
hang
no,
out,
no.
they
Wait, let me
buddies,
finish
Your
my
Honor.
point. Let
They
me finish my
buddies, Your
point, and
Honor.
then you can understand. First of all, it came to the point where my children, they grew up together with this particular individual. And it isn't fair. I'm not being selfish for myself, and I'm not being selfish for my children. I do speak to this person. Because there
But
are
are you
times...
friends and hang
No.
out together
Yes,
and
Your Honor.
buddies?
No.
Yes, they
No,
hang
we
out,
do
they
not.
drink, they have
No,
parties
we do
in the
not.
backyard,
When I
swimming
do
pools
go
and
to the
everything.
house, excuse me, I went to the backyard because it was my daughter's birthday. Where were you? Well, you didn't even take that into
So
consideration.
wait a minute. What you're trying to say is, here's you allege that the woman came to you and said, I made up this preposterous story just so I could stop you and my husband from hanging
Yes,
out together.
that's what
And
happened.
now Mrs. Morales, you're saying that Mrs. Morales hangs out with this woman. And Ms. Morales, you say the woman, no, her husband came and told you about she and her,
I
Told us.
I
But
told her.
and now you're her friend.
No, I'm not her
Yes,
friend.
they
I
are.
never said
Yes, they
I
are,
was her
Your Honor.
friend. He's the one that's
Yes.
claiming that I'm the friend. It took almost
Okay,
about
what do you call
2.5
it? How often
years.
do you see this woman?
Associate.
You're her associate.
An associate
So
because my
this is a
children
person you
interact
trust.
together.
Now you can trust her?
Okay, I don't trust her.
But your children
in
grew
my
up with your
personal-
husband,
I don't
too.
trust her.
Honor.
I don't know. I don't know what to think about this one. Obviously, I haven't seen this before. This is all over the place. And that's what I find with women. Y'all, listen, there's nothing more that I love more than women, okay? Let me make that clear. There's nothing more that I love more than women. But I don't understand how y'all can become bosom butt. It's almost like when you accuse your man of cheating or something, or another woman, y'all can go to each other easy, turn into besties, exchange all kind of sensitive information with each other, and girl, where you at? Oh, I'm gonna be over here. Yeah, let's drink, let's hang together. Like he's so desperate to have another friend, even if it's you know, due to a cheating or something. Like, why is it all of a sudden you're best friends with the woman you claim he was cheating on you with? If that's the case, I would say do a poly, but I think she's married. It just boggles men's mind how women move. Y'all move as if it's like it's a sisterhood that's probably the best example of a sisterhood. Like, y'all don't want to be critical of each other or anything at any time, even at your worst. Like, if your marriage is ending, it doesn't matter. Yeah, girl, let's hang. Let's kick it. Let's have some drinks. This is the woman you said was cheating on you with your husband. Why are you hanging with her? Men don't understand that. We just don't understand that at all. If a dude is smashing my wife, we're not going out for beers later. We're just not doing that. I want to bash his head in. F him and his bloodline. That's how I feel. Now, if he's not doing that, we can hang out, we can exchange information, we can do all of that. It's almost like women, no matter what the circumstance, y'all are like that. You find a woman's number in a man's phone, you call that woman. Y'all have a conversation. Y'all can agree to go out for drinks. Y'all can exchange notes. Y'all can agree to meet the guy at his job at the same time. Let's pull up on them together. You Wonder Twins activate. You become the best of friends and say, you know what, I can hang with you. You know what, for all of that, then why don't you just start a poly relationship? If y'all that cool, then let's all kick it. And what everybody getting mad for? But you can find everything wrong with the dude. The whole world is falling because of him. But because she's a female, she get to skate and y'all can be besties? Make it make sense. I don't, not me, not no man on this planet understand that about women. Y'all funny. You funny. Let's go back in.
In my personal sense, but I do
An
trust both my
associate.
children.
Oh, but your children grew up with your husband. So you're saying that I
They
can
grew up all
trust
together.
I can trust a woman who deceived me and who was supposed to be my friend, who ended up having a relationship with my husband.
Correct.
I can trust her.
Right.
Even though she lied, deceived me, broke my trust and confidence, but I can't trust the man who's the father of my children because of his lie, and I can't forgive him, and I can't stay with him, and we've been together 16 years. How do you...
Makes zero freaking sense. Makes no sense. That's what I was saying. It's the sisterhood. It's undefeated. It's the sisterhood. Because it's a man, he is unforgivable. But girl, yeah, you lied. You cheated on me with my man. You seen his special birthmark and everything. Come on in. Let's be friends. I don't know if this is a method of keep your enemies close, but you trust her with your kids. Makes zero sense. 0 cents at all. Let's go in.
reconcile that? This man has more at stake with you and your children than the woman. Why you can forgive her and
The
can't
only
forgive
thing that he
him?
may have is
Because he's a
within the
man.
relationship of the marriage itself.
But why
the
you can
sanctity
forgive
of
her
it.
and can't
But he
forgive
doesn't
him?
interact with his children, even when we were together. He was
You
always in
haven't
the
answered
street.
my question. Why can you forgive her and can't
For my
forgive your
children.
husband?
For my children.
But he's their father.
He don't do nothing for
I
them.
don't see them. You know why, Your Honor? Because there was an
now,
order.
now you talk about strange behavior.
Your Honor.
Wait a minute, and you're asked the question about the other woman's behavior? I find that strange, that you can forgive her for the sake of your children and can't forgive the children's father for the sake of your children.
Women, when it comes to men, they just see red. They don't care, they don't care, they don't care, they want out. My guess is she probably got a side dude. Whoever that picture was of that dude, half naked, that was her next dude. I think that she is want to see that guy, and I also think this is a come up for spousal support and child support. Marriage is a side hustle for a lot of women. Kids are a side hustle for a lot of women. They make a good living off of their side hustles. I mean, they wanted kids anyway. Why not get paid to have these kids? Why not get paid to be that wife? I'm not going to get paid for holding a grudge with her, but I can get paid from holding a grudge with him. Okay? She helps me take care of the kids. So she's helping me. He could take care of the kids, but I'm not going to get paid that way. So I got to get this divorce. So try not to make sense of this, Judge. Just give me the divorce so I can get my money, so I can go see Brad, and I can have my husband's mistress watch our kids.
That's strange to me. And it doesn't go together. There's something missing there.
It's come to the point, like I said before, it went on for a couple of years where we didn't speak, we didn't interact. Okay, I seen the
Because there
toll and the
was an order of
strange.
protection
I
against
seen
her
the
and my
toll.
kids for a whole year. I could
No,
not
that
see
was
them
prior
for a
to
whole
because
year.
of you were menacing and harassing
No,
me.
for a whole year,
You
my
would
kids, I
call
could
my
not see
job.
All
them.
right, I don't want you guys to just mumble to each other.
When divorce court continues, John tells the judge that Edith wastes the money he gives her on sexy clothes.
Did your kids have clothes?
Well, half of the time you see my kids and their clothes are all wrinkled like they wore 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Sexy clothes for real? She got another dude. Okay. She got another dude. That dude half naked, he's smashing her already. Already. That's what this is about. She's actually the one who I guess you could consider cheating because they still married. So even though that was close to ironclad, it's not ironclad. Okay, that I don't know how the husband of the other woman got involved with it, but this wife is looking treacherous right now. Edith, I don't know about you, sister. Let's go.
So what about the bills and things she's talking about?
Bills and responsibilities are in
Bills.
my home.
I used to give her money for the kids. And what I used to see was she used to buy sexy outfits like the one she's wearing right now. Probably I paid for that and
I
don't
have a
even know.
job. I have a job.
And then she comes and
So
tells
you
me,
gave her money, she bought sexy outfits.
well,
You have
because
proof?
when
Did
I
your
used
kids have clothes?
I used to give her the money
You
for
didn't
the
answer
kids.
my question. Did your kids have clothes?
They have clothes, yes,
Are
they
you
do.
telling me that she bought for herself and didn't buy for her kids?
Well,
or that she bought for the kids and herself?
Half of the time you see my kids and their clothes are all wrinkled like they wore 2 weeks ago.
My
So they
children
can-
wear
so-
name brand clothing.
Now they do.
Oh,
My
you know
children-
Now
what?
they do.
Wait a minute. Don't. You know, people.
Your Honor.
Hold on a second. People stand up before me and think when they throw that word out, my children wear name brand clothing.
Okay, my
that
children
I'm to be
dress
impressed.
very nice.
I think it's the worst thing in the world when you living on a shoestring budget and you're buying name brand
Exactly.
clothing for your kids.
Well,
So
sometimes
that
it's
doesn't
necessary.
impress me.
Well, I have one child which is quite big. He's almost 6'4", 235 pounds. I can't stick him in the clothes where he
Well, I'm
doesn't
just
fit.
saying you buy him clothing that
I
are good
take
clothing,
care-
but
I
I don't
take care
care
of
whose
good-
name is on it. You're
Okay,
doing
this is
I
what
buy
I
him
don't
good
understand.
clothing, good quality stuff that they may need.
Your Honor,
at
this is
any
what I
point
don't
in time.
understand.
So
So
I
what
give him
isn't
for
he-
lunch.
what bills
I
is
give him for school supply. I mean, he even has the audacity for this year of
Okay,
2000.
but wait just a minute. My court papers say that there is already a child support order. So why are we discussing what you buy for your kids?
Thank you.
Why is that a discussion?
I'm here for spousal support.
Okay, now tell
To
me what's
assist
going
me
on
for
with
the
you
bills.
since he's saying
because
that.
of the child support he doesn't pay.
No, you have a child support order.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not making another one.
Okay.
Now, what are you talking about in terms of spousal support?
Spousal support and assisting me to pay the bills.
She's
All
working.
the bills.
Pay what bills?
I have this rent, there is phone, there is food, there is clothing, there is car fare, there is lunch.
I said in another recording, it's never enough. Women come to court and they want the bag all the time. They want to make sure they financially grape a man. And they use the court system to do it. She already getting child support. She already got a job and she want more money. Why? You want him to take his entire, you want him to pay child support and spousal support while you got a job? While he, win a Super Bowl and drive off in the Hyundai? Like, for real, man. It's the court system's fault. I blame the court systems because y'all got this system set up this way. These lawmakers. Women actually had the audacity to go into court and ask for this. You got a job and you're getting child support and you need spousal support. Yeah, everybody got rent, food, clothes, light bill. Everybody got all those bills, including him in his own house. What is he supposed to do? You're supposed to pay your entire lifestyle? F out of here, man. Edith, you ain't so cute no more. Let's go in.
For the
And
children.
you're working?
Yes, I am.
Okay, now you keep adding up stuff for the children. That's what child support is. Child support is given to you as the custodial parent. 3 kids, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Child support is given to you to assist you in providing and paying for rent and food and
Only if he
clothing.
pays.
Excuse me?
Only if he pays.
But you know what, Mrs. Morales, by that same analysis, see, your analysis gets a little confused. If he's not paying the child support and it's only if he pays, you get another order for support? For spousal support? Is that because it's under a different category, you think he'll pay the money?
No.
So then what's the significance? What's the difference? What's the difference? You say, oh,
I'm a woman, and that's what women do to go into court to get whatever they want, right? I thought that's how this worked, Judge. I wasn't expecting all this logic you throwing me. I wasn't expecting all of that. Why don't you just give me what I want? If he's not gonna give it to me in child support, have him in spousal support. I want double jeopardy with him. I want it all. Okay? I want him to pay for fund my entire lifestyle. What is it with all of this logic? I'm a woman. Comply. Like y'all always do. Anyway.
only if he pays. Well, this is only going to help you only if he pays.
True.
So you got another order for the same thing only if he pays.
True.
Now you understand what I'm saying? Now tell me about yourself. What are your personal needs? That's what spousal support is. Your needs, not the children's.
She wants me to buy her sexual
Hold on a
clothes.
second. Your needs, not the children's. And you don't have the ability to meet your needs. You say you're working.
My rent.
That's
One-
child support.
Okay.
Were there bills left when you separated?
Yes.
No, there
credit
wasn't.
cards.
No, there wasn't.
Credit cards. That be because I'm still legally binded.
We-
to him.
we did
We're
not
still-
own credit cards.
I'm responsible for
Did
his
you have any credit cards?
Yes, I have.
Under my name, Your Honor.
I
They were
have-
all
And where
under-
are they now?
They're
All
no
under your
longer
name?
there. No longer. I don't have money.
Were the
I
credit
don't have
cards
credit
all
cards.
under his name?
Yes,
they
they
were
were.
under both our names.
No, they weren't, Your
Who
Honor.
was the
Okay.
primary card holder?
He was.
All right, so the primary card holder is going to be responsible.
No.
Yes.
I receive a bill. I
Your
receive
Honor,
a bill
I-
every month that I'm still being responsible for.
When divorce court continues, the judge shares her thoughts on the case after the verdict.
The only thing
See, this don't even make sense, man. It just don't even make sense. Why y'all even get divorced? I'm starting to believe everything this dude is saying now. He never cheated. So you want a divorce? Why? You want child support? Why? You want a spousal support? Why? A man can do nothing wrong and still get railroaded. All she got to do is bling, change her mind. She best friends with the freaking mistress. Best friends. This is ridiculous. If you that mad, why are you best friends and why is the mistress babysitting our kids? Are you kidding me? This ain't got nothing to do with what he did. This is all her. She found another dude where she want to wear these clothes for, go out on these dates, and she got her little job now. So now she feeling herself. She probably thinks she better than him now. Able to get child support. Now she want to take him to the rest of the cleaners. And this guy probably haven't done anything wrong. This is the reason why a whole lot of men don't want no parts, not only of marriage, but sometimes even kids. Because all a woman got to do is change her mind or just decide she want to railroad a dude. She make up stuff to be mad at him about. It ain't even true. But she made something up that sounds good in her head so she can have a reason to walk into court angry like something really happened. And you best friends with the darn mistress. Let me calm down. Let's go back in.
I can order is that he has to pay all the half the credit card debts that were incurred during the marriage.
That's under my name because there ain't
I don't
none.
care if they weren't under your name. If they were incurred during the marriage,
Okay,
you're
and
equally
rent?
responsible. Not rent, Mrs. Morales. You didn't hear me say that.
Con
That is
Edison,
not the order.
Telephone.
And that is not the order.
Oh my
Food.
goodness.
That is not the order.
Your Honor.
I said credit card obligations. Those are daily living expenses. Rent, light, gas, water. That's daily living expenses. That's what child support covers and your income. All right?
Your Honor, she's taking
No,
this.
I'm finished.
Okay.
If you only have any credit card debts incurred during the marriage, the 16 years you were married, if there were any debts, terms of bills, as of the date you separated,
Tuition.
you're
Well,
talking
it was-
tuition for children.
No. And when I went to college.
That's your problem.
Oh, okay.
Tuition is on your own.
But he was paying for it too.
But he doesn't have to pay it any longer. You're not married to him.
It is never fucking enough. She want to drag this dude. Tuition? I mean, she throwing stuff up there. The judge is trying to leave. Tuition? Can he pay my Netflix account? My food service? I have a maid that comes in every week. Can he pay that too? This is frustrating, man. This one kind of took a lot out of me, man, because this chick has the audacity. She just has the audacity. You get child support. You got a job. You go to school because you want to improve your life. You pay for it. I swear women use court as a weapon. They think they can go on in court and get everything they want. It's ridiculous. Oh, let's go back in.
All right? I've already told you what he has to pay. I'm real clear on what I'm saying. I'm not confused at all. I know it may not sound good, but I'm not confused on what I'm saying. All right? Your request for spousal support is denied. Credit card obligations, outstanding debts other than daily living expenses, and your educational expenses are to be paid equally. That's the order of the court.
Thank you.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
She's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm still puzzled at the statement, I'm with the other girlfriend for the sake of my children,
Because
but
their
I can't
kids
deal
grew
with
up
my
together.
husband, the father of my children, for the sake of my children.
That was kind of an interesting.
Maybe it's because
outlook.
the girlfriend is the babysitter, but the father can take care of the children as well. I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either, Judge. Love Maybelline. Love Lynn Toller. Love Star. Love all the divorce court women. Exceptional women. Oh, am I forgetting Faith? Love Faith too. I don't think she stayed long, but she was cool too. She was on another show too. I liked her on that one too. Very pretty. Probably the prettiest judge, just saying. But I don't get it. One thing that I learned a while ago, and it helped me keep my sanity, is don't try to make sense out of stupid shit. Don't rack your brain trying to make sense out of dumb stuff. It's just put it in the dumb category, in the trash with dumb stuff, okay? And then dump it. Because if you rack your brain trying to figure this stuff out, you're gonna go mad. You're gonna go crazy. It helped me keep a level head. It helped me to empty out all the trash and help me keep my sanity. I suggest everybody do it. Don't try to make sense out of nonsense. Okay? You'll live a longer life. All that being said, what do y'all think about this case? What do you think about the wife, the husband, the judge? What I said? I'd be interested to know. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.